begging her to come speak to us because she's so much fun. She's got a great story. So without further ado, Thays Franca.
I have no clue what you just said.
Stand there so you don't get lighted.
That was better. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Good morning.
So, Tyler tried to say my name. That was pretty cute. I am, let's say, I like to have fun. I like to have a lot of fun. Now, I'm not going to ask you guys if you like to have fun, because I'm assuming you do. Everybody does, right? Now, the thing is, for me, I'm pretty good at it. I don't have to try really hard. I'm Brazilian, and they say that Brazilians throw a party to find a reason, and that's pretty true for me. So, here's the deal. I don't have to be like at the right place at the right time to, have fun and have a good time. And when they say, oh, she's the life of the party, that pretty much describes my personality. Now the thing is, you can't make money just by being happy. And that, kind of sucks for me because that's what I'm really good at. But it happened that I also have talent. I'm really good at painting. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be the coolest presenter for the Million Cups, but I'm probably going to be the cockiest. So, here we go. My name is Thays, but I am self-proclaimed hot mama. If you have been to any of my classes, you probably know why. I had a little... I mean, come on. I got it together. Okay.
Get the cable.
Alright, so I have a little picture. I own, run, live, and die Masterpiece Mixers. Ta-da! That's a little picture from my studio here in Norman. This party was just last week. It was a bachelor party. It was really fun. Anyhow, so what I do at my studio, I provide an environment to get people to get out of their comfort zone and do something that they probably haven't done it in a long time or ever. And I teach them how to do a painting step by step so they can create their masterpiece. It's really cool to see how, if you haven't painted since kindergarten or ever, and go from start to end doing a painting and just be proud of yourself for doing something cool and different and that you didn't quite think you were capable of doing it before you start. So that's what we do at Masterpiece Mixers. Now I had a little video from one of my classes, but the video is not gonna go through. But the whole point is that it's probably good that it didn't go through because it's probably a little inappropriate anyways. You can go ahead and change the slide forward. Okay, there you go. So the Masterpiece Mixers is a franchise that started in 2009. I was the first employee of the franchise. We started in Atlanta, and how we do this is that we have a calendar of events with public classes where anybody can sign up for my classes. If you go to the next slide, I have a little calendar there. So the calendar will have the painting that we're going to be doing, what day, what time. You can sign up for those classes. Anybody can come. And here's the deal. The classes are BYOB. Yes. Bring whatever poison makes your creative juices flow, and then you have a good time as you're doing the painting. We do public classes, like I said, most of it every evening. We also do private parties where you can close the studio for just you and your friends. A lot of those are birthday parties and things like that. And we also have kids classes on Saturday mornings that I get to channel my Miss T, the art teacher that gets to turn mistakes into art, stuff like that. Anyways, it's just really, really fun, okay? But here's the deal. This is not a hobby. I don't do this because I'm a housewife and I need something to do twice a week. This is a business and I take it seriously. You can change the slide for me. So this is big time. Did you like this?
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So good.
Okay. All right. So this is my business, and I take it very seriously. Now, my first time owning a business, and I love what they say about entrepreneurs, that we work 80 hours a week so we don't have to work 40. That is pretty much true for me. I do work 80 to whatever many hours it takes because I am the only person at my business. Now, I am the biggest asset that my business has because of my personality, the way that I conduct my classes, which also makes it quite hard to duplicate myself and have somebody that is going to do just as good as me or as passionate as I am about my business. So I want to talk about a few things that it's been coming up in this past year and a half that I've been working as a franchisee here in Ormond. We have 17 locations, and like I said, I was the first employee of the company, and I'm the only one here in Florida on this side of the coast. But when you're as passionate and as good as I am doing what I do, it's really, really hard to find someone that is going to come in and you know, like, just do it like you. So that's one of the issues that I have, that I'm going to bring it up later on when I talk about something else that I want to ask you guys. So if you go to the next stuff. The second thing that I want to talk about is our name. And this issue is not local. I haven't been able to find somebody here local to replace me, to duplicate me, but this other issue that I have is not a local issue. It actually goes up to corporate. So that logo there on the left is our old logo. So the name of the company is Masterpiece Mixers Paint and Party Studio. Now, when we started, we felt like we use Paint and Party Studio more often than we use Masterpiece Mixers, because Masterpiece Mixers doesn't describe what we do. So every time I would have to say, Masterpiece Mixers, the Paint and Party Studio, and they will say, oh, the Paint and Party Studio. So we changed our logo to Paint and Party Masterpiece Mixers. We can't legally change our name to Paint and Party because somebody already has that name. But we did change the logo, and I did get approval from corporate to be able to use just Paint and Party. So I cannot have paintandparty.com, but I can have Paint and Party Ormond. I can have my email, I can use that. But as for right now, my email is masterpiecemixers or masterpiecemixers.com. My website is Masterpiece Ormond, and I also use that name. But outside of my business says Paint and Party. My logo says Paint and Party, so does my card. And a lot of people use that name because it's, you know, easy to explain. So my question is, should I forget Masterpiece Mixers and keep on using Paint and Party, or should I keep with Masterpiece Mixers? All the other franchisees decided to keep Masterpiece Mixers because they feel like Paint and Party is too broad. It's just what we do, not who we are. So that's a question that I have that maybe you guys with more gray hairs than I do can help me answer. Then we can go to the next one. All right, so let's talk about competition. This is very important to me. When I moved to Ormond, there was another location already in Daytona. That other location in Daytona is the biggest franchise in my industry. So their location is in Daytona, and we do basically the same thing. We provide the same service. I'm way cooler. But let me talk about the things that we do a little differently. So one of them that is a difference between the two of us is size. My studio can only sit 30 people. Their studio sits 40 people on the outside, and they also have an extra room that they can have two parties going on at the same time with like 20 people on the little party room. So that's something that is a difference between us. The second thing that is different is, I think that I have this on them all day long. They are not BYOB. So the whole idea of the business is to be able to drink and paint. Well, my studio, thanks to me, I changed the law in Ormond. Yes, I'm that kind of person. I changed the law, so now my studio can be BYOB. So you can bring whatever you want to eat, whatever you want to drink to my studio. Their studio is not BYOB. So you have to purchase the alcohol from them, which for a lot of people makes them feel like an upcharge, because you're paying more when you're buying for the glass than if you just bring it from home. So that's something that makes a huge difference, and all my clients talk about. They're like, "Oh, you're the one that's BYOB, right?" So I know that that's a big deal for my clients. Another thing is price, which you can be seen as a good thing or a bad thing. Their prices range from $35 to $45, and my prices range from $25 to $35. So some people think this is a good thing, some people think it's a bad thing. And another thing that is different is, like I said, they are the biggest name in the industry. So brand recognition is, for them, is crazy. Which, with the big name also comes big rules. So they have to stay with the rules, which they only do canvas painting on canvas. So that's the only classes that they teach. Well, at Masterpiece Mixers, we teach different classes. We have painting. We paint on glass. We paint on wood cutouts, and those things are super in right now. And I'm going to tell you how important being in is for me when you see my market target. So being in is very, very important, because have you ever tried to please women between 25 and 60 years old? Yeah, you gotta be in, right? So come on. My people or my target market are women between 25 and 55, 60 years old. Now, I do have a lot of people that come that are not in that range, but the person that makes the decision for the other people to be there are those women. So I have a lot of guys that come to the studio, I have a lot of kids that come to the studio, but all the guys that come to the studio, they come because they're there with their wives, their girlfriends. They made the decision of making this purchase. And it's the same thing for the kids. The kids are, they come with mom. So that's why it's very important for me to be able to do the things that the women are into as for right now. So I have no idea what my next slide is, because these people don't have it together. So Oh, okay. All right. So here I come to literally my biggest question that I would love to have an answer by the time I walk out the store today. Expanding, okay? So when I moved to Ormond, and I rent the location that sits 30 people, I'm very aware that is a very small location. So in order to achieve my goals, I knew that I had to expand beyond my walls. So I very successfully did that by partnering with other businesses. So what I did, just forget it. What I did is I partner with other business where I go there and I teach a class at their location, which they provide me with either the food or the drinks and the location. They also market to their clients. I market to my clients, which adds a lot. When I moved here, I didn't even know where Ormond was. So, Ormond. But, so it was really good for me to be able to expand fast using, other people's clients, right? It really didn't work. It doesn't matter. I don't have anything important. Just my charts with all the money and all the numbers that I have in my life. I'm kidding. It's fine. You'll be okay. All right. No, it's okay. All right, so here's the deal. I made this partnerships with 5 different businesses, and some of them are in Ormond, and some of them are in Palm Coast and Flagler, which are my 2 most successful ones are in Palm Coast and Flagler, which brings me to my next slide. So I will. Oh, you don't even know.
Oh, so it's a computer. Oh, okay.
Alright, so here, as everyone pretty far away. I'm kidding. So 32% of my clients come from Ormond, 30% come from Daytona, and I think I have 19% coming from Palm Coast. Now here's the thing. You don't have to use this.
I want to be your van away.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
Just gonna be close to me, Josh.
We're going to make this happen.
Alright, so, are you giving me all along? So anyhow, I just learned that this big name franchise that has one in Daytona is opening one in Palm Coast. Yes. So here's the deal. Here is, how do I play this game, right? So I have already planned to open 2 other locations in the next 5 years. So when I opened Ormond, I knew I was going to open 2 other locations. Or I wanted to have 3 locations in a matter of 5 years. So I have been trying to plan on doing that. So by seeing my chart on my line going up, I'm kidding. So those are my numbers from when I open, okay? So it's really good to see that it's literally just going up. Now that provides me, security to know that it's a good business model and it does work. It does provide me financially to be able to afford another location. But going back to that problem, duplicating myself, that's where I'm getting stuck. Because if I can't duplicate myself and have somebody that I trust to run one of my locations with me, then I can't open a second location. But my question is, when that happens, when I do find that person, what do? Do I open another location in Palm Coast and I go head-to-head with my biggest competitor? Or do I try to open a location somewhere else where I know that there's nobody there? So that is my biggest question as for right now. I have seek help from a lot of people, from fellow entrepreneurs, from a lot of different places, and 99% of the people answer me this question with the same answer. Don't ever open a second location until you are at full capacity at your first location. And then the second thing that they tell me is probably not the best to go head to head and just open another location somewhere else. My biggest fear is that I'm gonna have those 2 big guys, one in Daytona and one in Palm Coast, and I'm gonna be sitting up in Ormond. So I just wanna, that's my, my biggest concern as for right now. But I am very, very successful on getting these off-site locations, which is really awesome because I don't have to pay rent and I'm there anyways. So I'm going to keep on trying to get these locations until I figure out how to actually, open another physical location at another place. But with that line going up since June of last year until this past month, it does make me feel good knowing that I chose the right business for me, and that I can actually have fun as I am at work. So I want to leave you guys with a quote that I really, really love, and I am glad you can't read it, but I know it's inappropriate, but I'm still gonna do it. So do you want to read it to me for us? This is gonna be fun.
Your accent is gonna be awesome.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
So art is just like sex. Most of it is okay, but the good stuff is out of your price range. I just want to leave you guys with that. So now open for questions.